Hello everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. I'm Viraj and today we guys are going to see a self in a Python. So self is nothing but the current state of object. Every object has its own state and behavior. So when we define any method inside a class, then we have a first parameter which is a default for a self. We can replace that self with the any name. So we can write a like Viraj, Python or anything over there. Why we use a self? We use a self to call an attribute or a method in the same class. Or we can even call the parent class attribute or method using a self. We can see the class level design over here. Here we are having a class name called as a car, which contain a one attribute and one method. Attribute name is a name which is holding a Honda City as a value. The details is a method which is just have a print statement which is saying car name is name. Right now this program will throw an error as soon as we create an object and call the details method. The reason is name is a local variable. It is not a class level attribute. How to use a class level attribute? We need to define a self in front of it. So the way we are going to resolve this error using a self.name, and the self.name is nothing but a class level attribute. And now when we run the c1.details, we will end up with the getting a message called car name is a Honda City. Let's see the same thing practically. Or self in Python. So class car, or let me write one more thing, example number 1. Class car name equal to Honda City, def details, print car name is, first let's write a name only. This is a standard implementation. C1 is an object. C1 is an object of a car class. C1.name we can access it. C1.details we can access it, but it will end up with the error. The error we can see that name error, name is not defined. So this particular name is not defined. The reason is it is looking for a local variable. It is not looking for a class level attribute. If I wanted to access this class level attribute, what I need to do? I need to put a self in front of it. Let's see. Example number 1.1. So this is going to be solution for it. Class car name equal to Honda City, def details, self, print car name is self.name. This time we are trying to access a class level attribute instead of a local attribute or local variable. C1 car, C1.details, we can see this. Car name is Honda City. So this is possible. In above example, we are just trying to access a name, and that is not possible. Similarly, if customer 2 or C2 is nothing but the car2 object, C2 is an object from a car. C2.details, I will again get a name as a Honda City. C2 dot, if I am changing the name to the Swift, C1 dot details will remain as it is, which is a Honda City. But this time when we do the C2 dot details is nothing but the pointing to the Swift. How this is possible? How this is possible? Internally, this self will get replaced with the current object. So first time it will get replaced with the C1 dot details, and next time it will get replaced with the C2. So that's why what we said that self is equivalent to current object. This is what we have said. So it is nothing but the current object, and this is how we can prove it. Let me take one more example. example number 2. Example number 2. In this example, what we are going to do, we are going to replace self with the any different name. So name equal to Honda City. Def details, I can write my name Viraj instead of a self. Print car name is Viraj.name. C1 equal to car. C1 dot details, I will get a Honda City. C2 equal to car details, even I will get a Honda City. But this time if I am doing a C1 dot name equal to, or just let's print a C1 dot name which is a Honda City right now. I am doing a reassignment and I am going to do the Swift this time. C1 dot name will be Swift. C1 dot details will be going to say that car name is Swift. C2 dot details will going to be as it is, which is going to print a Honda City. Let's take a one more example. Example number 3. We cannot just do the calling attribute. We can also call the methods as well. So class car name equal to Honda City. Def, let me make it HNC as a capital. Def dummy. Self print I am in dummy. Def details self dot dummy. We can do this and print car name is name. C1 equal to car. C1 dot detail. As soon as we are calling a details, first it will call the dummy. I am in a dummy, and then it will print car name is Honda City. This is how it happens. So guys, this is how we can use a self. So there are a multiple variety of using a self. This is something that is a reassignment. So we are doing it for a class level attribute. So that's why we can say that every object has its own state and behavior. So now we are just changing the class level attributes value. So that's it for this video, guys. See you in the next.